Okay, everybody, it's your favorite thing to do on a Monday night. It's here on stream, Forza Motorsports Racing. We got the race 2 of season 1 here at Grand Oaks Raceway. I'm Radio Jack Chocolate, joined in the box by my co-host and teammate, C. Reich. Now, today's race should be pretty interesting. We got 17 cars on the grid. We have 10 cars in Hypercar, and we have 7 cars in GT3 class. Now, the grid is looking hella tight for the hypercars. We have Morgan, new guy, on pole currently with a 110.386. Close competitor, 2/10 behind, is Red Rum. Now, last race, we saw a huge battle between Red Rum and CMS, battling it out for the victory on the absolute last lap of this endurance race, and CMS won the race even though he finished behind Red Rum due to on-track penalties. Will we have a similar thing tonight? Will we have a new guy come in and show the whole field how to really run things? We're about to find out. Now in GT3, we have Patty on provisional pole with a 118.721, and then right behind him, less than 1/10 behind, we have Exo Speed. Now in the last race, Patty was battling out real hard with DTB Rich at the end of the race, but right now Rich is currently sitting in P4 on track. He does have a minute left in qualifying to get that pace or get that time dropped a little bit, but as of right now, it's looking like this is where he's going to start. And then we have Franklin Salty, not set a time yet.
Team Code Red's going to win the race.
Team Code Red. if Team Code Red was in this race, 100%. They'd be killing it in Hypercar, they'd be killing it in GT, but unfortunately Code Red is now sidelined because they are doing commentary. But we are the fastest guys on the grid.
Code Red commentary.
Oh yeah. Hands down fastest guys on the grid. Now, looks like we got a couple guys on track who've yet to set time. Chaser, Mango, as well as Franklin and Salty. Not sure what they're doing. Maybe they're going to do a last lap dash. I'm not sure. Either way, they will qualify without times if necessary. Now, from what we can see here, the track is raining. One thing I hate about this game is that we don't have the ability to see the action in practice and qualifying unless we go on track. But I mean, it gives you a very limited perspective and scope of what's actually going on. So, unfortunately, with this game, this is the best we can do. But qualifying will be done in 12 seconds here. Let's see if this is the final order. But as of now, it does look like it's going to be Morgan, Red Rum, CMS, Cam, Big Ed Dog, Koroko, Teddy Vaughn, Knockoff LZ, followed by Chaser and Razkin Mango, new guy here as well. And then we also have in GT, we have Patty leading the way, followed by Exo, Lantern, DTB Rich, Trooper Zero. Then we have Franklin and Salty, both not set in times. But it should be interesting. You know, I feel like we should be able to... Oh, wait, what happened? What did I do? Nothing?
We're dialed in.
Okay, nice
The
there.
boys are about to go racing. From prototypes to production, they're about to go racing.
All right. I think this is going to give us a nice grid overview. All right, so Group 1, at the front, we have Morgan in the number 25 BMW. Then in P2, we have Red Rum in the number 2 Cadillac. Then we have...
98 on the car, though.
Interesting. Then we have the Porsche of CMS. Now, this Porsche was flying last week. I wonder if the Porsche is going to do well on this wet track as well. But I guess we will find out in about an hour's time. After that, in P4, we do have Cam on, in the Lamborghini. Now, last week, the Lamborghini seemed to really be struggling around the track. I'm not sure if that was a driver issue or a car issue. Let's see what happens here in the rain. Maybe it's going to be a little bit better suited. We're about to find out. Now, on row 3, we have a Big Ed Dog driving the Acura. Now, I'm not a fan of the Acura. He seems to like it, but hey, maybe he'll do well for this race. Then on the finishing up this third row, we have Coloroko in the Cadillac. Row 4, we have Teddy Vaughn in the Cadillac as well. Now, Teddy Vaughn, he's an extremely fast driver, especially in F1. I think he's going to be able to show a lot of pace as the season progresses. But he has a brand new rig. Congratulations to him. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I think the rig is going to take some time to break in. But once he's dialed in and set, oh man, he's going to be someone to watch out for, guaranteed. Next, we have Knockoff LZ closing out the fourth row in another Cadillac. Seems like Cadillac is the car to choose here today. Then we have another Lambo driven by Chaser. Now, Chaser is new. Let's see if he can show some pace in the Lamborghini, see if it's a cam issue or a car issue. Then finally, we have Razkin Mango in the Porsche. Like I said, the Porsche seems to be a great car, all-rounder. Let's see if he's able to find some pace here during the race. And then for the first of our Group 2 cars, on pole we have Paddy. He had great pace last round. Probably going to be something similar today. I'm not sure how he does in the wet, but again, we're about to find out. And then, sorry, just skip the car here. Closing out the front row is Lantern in the 96 BMW, but I don't think that's actually his driver number. I think that's just the car. But anyways, then we have DTB Rich in the Aston Martin, followed by Trooper in the Acura, Franklin in the Audi, and closing up the grid, we have Salty in the Ford Mustang GT. Should be an interesting race. We've got a jam-packed grid, full driver list of people who are experienced in GT racing, and then some who are a little bit new, but it should still be a great show. C-Rec, you with us?
I am here. My question is the thing that we always used to do on our F1 stream, so we got to carry it over. Who wins prototype and who wins production?
Oh man, this is a hard call. With the qualifying times in hypercar, they're so close. The top 3 guys are separated by less than a second, and in the wet, that can go anywhere. Judging by what we can see on stream, they've got very different strategies. We have CMS on 13 laps of fuel, we have Red Rum on 19 laps of fuel, and we have Morgan on 20 laps of fuel. So we definitely see strategies are definitely going to be in play here. So the lightweightness of the car with CMS on the lower amount of fuel could be a huge play here. So I'm going to give the hypercar victory to CMS, assuming the rest of the strategy plays out. Now, in terms of Group 2, I mean, once again, we have a hugely different fuel strategy. We have Lantern in P3 with 31 laps. Wait, no, he just changed it to 20 laps of fuel. We have EXO with 17 laps, and we have Paddy with 15 laps. I'm thinking the longer pit stop for the fuel makes more sense in the race because it can be a little bit more strategic and have a light car that's a little bit more nimble. So I'm going to give it here to Paddy for the win. Can he make it 2 in a row with CMS? I don't know, but that's what my heart tells me. What about you?
I think for GT3 it's going to be Paddy. Paddy's been dialed. He's been getting his laps in. He's been doing his practice. I've been talking to him. Mm-hmm. He's been locked in. He wasn't feeling confident, but I think the rain may have changed that. Maybe he has something in the rain. Don't know. We'll find out. So I'm going to go with Paddy for the GT3, but I think for the hypercar, I think Red Rum's got something to prove from last week's race. Him and CMS battling it out all the way to the end, and he's ahead of CMS this time, so...
That is true. That's true. Track position
with
is
no
always
penalty
important.
straight off the way.
And I also
but
think
we want to see
Go ahead.
I said what we want to see is we want to see Cam get that first podium. He's been trying for seasons on seasons in F1. He's in a good position in P4 right now for the hypercars, so maybe he can get his first ever podium in LDR. About to find out in 3 seconds.
Yes, we are. Stealth in chat is saying quali ain't the best, by the way. I guess we'll find out what his race pace is like.
It's crazy because he's not here.
Wait.
Back of the grid for you, Nutty Squirrel.
Nutty Squirrel. That's a fantastic name.
Oh, it's legendary.
Okay, I don't like this loading screen. I want to see some racing. Okay, here we go. We got a rolling start.
In 3, 2, 1, and
here we go.
Are racing here in Grand Oak.
Ooh, we got some traction issues going off the start here. Morgan might be losing this lead to Red Rum. Red Rum is in front. No, Morgan takes it back. We have a fantastic battle brewing here already on the first lap. Whoa, look at that drift by Morgan. He is definitely a drift superstar. Look at the control that he kept that on track. How did he do that?
They're going.
Well, hold a second. At the back, we have Paddy all the way down to P2. Or he's just down to P3, but he made it at the pass.
With the spin, Morgan's in a wall.
Oh my God. This track is treacherous. These wet conditions are crazy. Who we watch? Looks like we got Rich in front of a couple of the hypercars already. They're passing their way through here. Riding on board with CMS in P2.
Yeah, now an issue with Morgan though, that spin hurts him because now he's stuck in the traffic of the GT3s.
Yeah. That's going to be a big issue for him. All right, the top three guys are separated by very little. Player card off. Red Rum and CMS switch of position. CMS is currently in the lead, but not by much. Mango's through. CMS is fighting back, though. It's Porsche versus Porsche. Which Porsche is better? It looks like Mango's got the better drive into the corners. CMS is fighting back, though. He's going to try to pull up the inside here. It's a bit of a kink, not really a turn, but he goes into the corner. Will he get it? Mango is slightly ahead. CMS is on the inside, though. Red Rum right there to pick up the pieces. Red Rum is through. We got Teddy Vaughn already in the pits. Not sure if he had a spin or what's going on there, but he is fixing something.
Mango 5/10 ahead of Red Rum. These boys are racing.
They are cooking. If we go back to Class 2, we have DTB Rich in the lead. He's getting passed by a hypercar, just finally making his way through. There is a huge gap between the cars in, in GT3. Lantern is 3.5 seconds behind Rich already on lap 2, or sorry, lap 3, I should say. These cars are sliding everywhere. These are treacherous conditions. This is not something that I would actually want to drive in. This looks horrendous.
But it looks so fun at the same time. These boys are dialed out there.
Yeah, because they can drive. I can't.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like Mango is pulling out a healthy lead already. The closest car to him, I don't have the time deltas here, but it should pop up any second here. I can probably switch that. How do we do that again? Ticker. Let's go to intervals. Yeah, Mango, it looks like he's got a 1.5 second lead over a Red Rum. So, like we have almost every time in this league, when someone new comes into the league, I don't know what it is, but they just dominate. They come in the league, they take the first race by the horns, and they run with it. Mango, first race in, building a gap of 1.5 seconds already. This is looking great for him. I do want to thank Imp Enzo for following us here at LDR. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're enjoying the race. And if you like racing, you should probably join up as well. Okay, looks like we got a battle here between Franklin and Patty, possibly separated by 0.3 of a second. Patty looking like he's defending a little bit. They got to help a hypercar in the way here, making his way through, making it more difficult for Franklin to put on a pass on Patty here. Do have to say, I do like that orange paint job that Franklin's got on that Audi. All right, if we jump up to Class 1, we have Chaser chasing down CMS, appropriate name, showing great pace in that Lamborghini. Let's see, he's in the tow here. I know the tow on this game isn't very strong until you're over like 270 kilometers per hour. Not as effective as it is in F1.
They're going. We have a hypercar of Teddy Vaughn in the mix.
Oops.
And I believe he is already becoming a lapped car, only on lap 5. He is not enjoying this rain.
Yeah, he had to pit real early. I think there was an accident or a spin. Either way, yeah, he's not enjoying these conditions. For your first race on a brand new rig, being a wet one, that's got to suck. Yeah, CMS being held up a little bit here.
I don't think Vaughn knows he's blue flagged right now. because he is holding CMS up massively.
Yeah, I don't know how this works, if there's penalties for ignoring blue flags in this game, but a little bit naughty on his part. But once again, like you said, you probably didn't realize that he was a lap down. I'm not sure what the flag situations are like in this game. Still, who says quality going downhill, I guess. Yeah, quality isn't really able to be streamed. I'm not sure why the game has been designed that way, but we can't take part. We can only stream the live times. That's basically it.
Oh, in our GT3 class, we have Pat making the move on Exo Speed.
And he gets through. Oh, look at the Porsche in the background losing control. Is Franklin able to get it? It's not Franklin, it's Exo Speed, I should say.
Oh, Franklin moving up the inside of Pat, and he's through.
Man, this is going back and forth. I love this. But Pat, we know Pat, he's not going to give up. He's right there. He's going to try to make another move and get us back. We have Chaser, though, potentially making a move on Red Room up front. He's close. He's close. Will he make a dive here?
When the night sets over Grand Oak, though.
Oh.
And if it's still raining, how are these boys going to be able to drive at night?
Yeah, in the night, in the wet, that sounds horrendous. Jumping back to Pat here, looking like there's a little bit of distance growing between him and Franklin. 0.8 of a second now. But Chaser, though, he's looking like he's right there. He just needs to nose in somewhere. He just needs a slightly tighter line. Mango, though, pulling out 4 seconds already. Can Chaser find a way through? Oh, he's getting close. Under braking, but not close. Oh, wait, he's making a late dive here. He's super close. Was there contact?
Chaser on the back of Red Rum in our hypercar class. Chaser and Red Rum are going, oh, wide.
Yeah, Chaser is through.
I don't know if CMS is struggling or if that traffic from Vaughn held him back too much.
No, the gap seems to be growing. I think that he's either just settled into this pace and trying to keep it cool, because this is a long race. We do have 46 laps left on the timer. I'm not sure. Maybe he's trying to keep his tires alive. Could be part of the strategy there too. I'm not sure. But yeah, he might be falling off here. Patty's in P4 right now, struggling to get by Exo. He is in the mix though. If Pat wants to challenge for the win, though, he does have to make up some ground here. He's about 7 seconds behind the race leader. Lantern not doing too bad in P5. Trooper having
At one point he was in P2.
Lantern having a horrible time here. He is 42 seconds off the pace of his class. And yeah, Teddy Vaughn is a lap down. He had a bad start to the race.
Mango has now caught up to the GT3 class.
That is wild. On lap 9. That's rapide.
He gets past Lantern. Now he's on the back of Patty. Gets past Patty.
Yeah.
Ease.
No resistance. That Porsche is just working. Gets by Exo, no problem. Next down the road will be Franklin, which will be easy picking. He's cutting through these guys like hot butter through knife, or hot knife through butter.
Hot butter through knife, yes sir.
Oh, he's off track! Exo speed went super wide there, lets Patty through.
Set 5 seconds. Oh, now 6 seconds ahead of Franklin in P2.
That's Big lead. DTB is redeeming himself from the last race.
Pat, 2/10 off.
Yeah, he's found some pace here. He's catching Franklin quite quickly. I was literally just saying if he wants to challenge for lead, he's got to catch a leader, and he's starting to put in that work. As you can see on track, there is a dry line starting to form, and he's trying to use that to the best of his advantage, or the best of his ability, as the hypercars are coming through. Red Rum now passing Patty.
Pat now 8/10 back.
Yeah, he lost
Must
a little
have
bit of time
lost
there.
it somewhere. But his teammate is right behind him in the hypercar class.
Yeah.
The C1 P1 boys are race winners from last week.
Not looking like it's going to be a back-to-back this week. But like I said, it is a long race. Anything can happen. Patty only gained about 0.3 of a second that lap. He's now within half a second. Patty has a tighter line. Looks like his car's got a little bit more grip, or maybe he's got a little bit more confidence. Morgan getting by Patty there. Now, depending on when Morgan tries to make a pass on Franklin, it might be advantage Patty. Patty's within 0.3 of a second now. Oh, lost some time in that braking zone. To up front, though, Chaser is closing the gap to Mangler. He's only 2 seconds away.
Yeah, that's what Red Rum and CMS need. Get those two hypercars battling and pull them back into the mix.
Yeah. Although CMS is, 12 seconds behind Mango. It's going to be a tall order for him to pull himself back into the mix. Now, in a situation like this, obviously they're on wet tires. I'm not sure how long the wet tires last in this race. So it's all going to come down to how well they're able to keep the tires on the car. Because if you can save yourself a pit stop, that's an easy 30 seconds you're gaining competitors.
Oh, yeah.
We got a chatter. Clutch plays. I don't think that's clutch plays. Are most people on wheel? Yes. I would say of the 17 drivers on track now, I think 12 or 13 of them are on wheel. And I think there is 1 or 2 people on control who are looking to upgrade to wheel. But yeah, definitely most people are on wheel here. Now, if you like Forza or you like F1 25, definitely join our league. We do, we do have both series. We have a Formula series starting next month. So definitely a great place to race week in, week out.
Come race. We need drivers.
Always need drivers. We got a couple cars in the pits. We got Knockoff, we got Mango, and we have Chaser. So this is what I'm talking about. CMS and Red Rum are staying out on track on their tires. If they can keep up this kind of pace and maybe make this a 2-stop race instead of a 3-stop race, that's going to give him a huge advantage at the end of the day. CMS was just down 12 seconds on the leader. If he can save himself 1 pit stop, that's gaining 20 seconds right there. Clutch, I know Chaser is on controller. He is live. Awesome. Nerdy, I'm unsubscribing from your OnlyFans. Why are you... What? Why would you unsubscribe? Wow, that's just rude.
Who says this?
Stealth!
Yeah. That's why you're not racing today, buddy.
We got Big Ed Dog, 0.3 of a second behind Koroko. Might be making a move here. I didn't read your... Bro, I'm watching the race. I'm sorry that I didn't see your comments right away, but let me go back. Why is it laps, not timed race? Okay, so we have decided that we're going to do a test here. When we do timed races, we can't see intervals. So if we do a lapped race, we can see intervals. That's why we're doing the switch here. We're going to see if it makes for better commentary versus what we had last week. Now he says, what about me? That's crazy. Okay, I think I got that one. There we go.
Sorry to interrupt, but CMS is into the pit. Sorry to interrupt, CMS. Bucks.
Wow, all right, so he pits 1 lap later than the race leader. So there goes the undercut/overcut advantage. I'm not sure why I'm watching him in the pits here. Let's hop out and see the next closest car on the track, which is Big Egg Dog with the Whipper. And he is wait, he's in the pits. He's driving out of the pits. I mean, Big Egg Dog's out of the pits. Okay. So Patty versus Franklin is the closest fight we have on track, although Patty's currently being passed by a car. Clutch, we run prototype as well as GT3 for this. The way we have our format set up is that there are teams. Each team has one prototype driver and one GT3 driver. So, for example, C1P1, Patty is their GT3 driver, and CMS in the Porsche is the hypercar driver, or prototype driver, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, those are the two divisions we run. Typically, each race we have between 16 and 18 people on track, hoping for that to be full grids.
Patty sideways. Him and Franklin were side by side, but Pat's sideways.
And Pat looks like he lost out huge. He's getting passed now by Lantern. Oh, no. Lantern can't get through in the BMW. Yeah, Patty's not going to be happy with that. Was there contact, or did he just get lose control a little bit?
I think he lost a bit of traction. I didn't see it. It didn't look like they touched on my end.
Gotcha. Now Patty's being passed by his teammate CMS for a second time. So we're 15 laps in, and Patty is now 2 laps down to his teammate. It says the link to the Discord is inbound. Okay, let me see if I can get you a new link here. Stealth, he resubbed. Appreciate it.
Good man.
All right, here is a new link. Oh, looks like Stealth is already in chat with a new link as well. Oh, you know what? If you haven't clicked on a link, click on Stealth's link. I just realized I linked you to the commentary channel, which you would not have access to. This is what happens when you're sending links while streaming. All right. Patty is catching Franklin again, though. This seems to be a crazy ebb and flow. Patty gets real close to Franklin, something happens, and he's back. Looks like Patty is heading into the pits. So let's hop on board someone else. I do believe Patty's coming in before Franklin. Franklin does not get to pit, so he might get a nice undercut here.
But Franklin overtakes Seb, who's in the pits.
Just looking at deltas here, trying to figure out what strategy we got going on here. So we have Chaser leading the race. I think he is yet to pit, followed by Mango, Red Rum, and CMS. Now, consider Chaser hasn't pit, the delta between him and Mango is quite low. So I think that information might be fictitious. So let me
No, but last lap, sorry to interrupt, but last lap Mango was actually 1.8 seconds behind Chaser, and Chaser is gaining time on him without having him to make a pit stop yet.
Actually, I was wrong. Chaser has pit. The only people on track that haven't pit are Cam and Franklin. So Chaser might actually be able to be fighting for the win here, because yeah, you're right. The time delta is gaining between him, or growing between Mango and himself. Now the gap between CMS and Mango growing. It's currently about 18 and a half seconds. Franklin finally heads to the pits along with Cam. So Franklin, I think, is making his second stop of the day. So let's see. Cam is currently in P6. Franklin is currently the leader. He's got a 25-second lead to Rich. Let's see if Rich can get back on that front straight before Franklin can get out of the pits or regain the lead. Clutch Play says he joined the Discord. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a great time there. I shouldn't say hope you will, because I know you will. It's a fantastic community. All the guys here absolutely love racing. Some of them race in real life. It's a great place to be if you love motorsports.
I'm here because I love nerdy.
I'm here because I love it too, man. All right.
Nerdy, I'm going to be 100% honest. If Code Red was out there right now, I don't know how we would do, because in F1 I'm somewhat of a specialist in the rain, but in prototypes in GT3, I don't know. I don't know if I would hang.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd fare with these cars. I barely keep the F1 cars on track in the wet, so with even less downforce, these guys would be a treacherous beast to try to tame. To answer your question, Clutch, some people do have tunes, and some people run them bone stock. We allow you to make your own tunes, but also in this game, I'm sure you already know, you can download tunes, which some of these guys do. So it's really up to you how you want to run it, but obviously there's going to be a huge advantage to running a tuned car.
But if we look at the Delta, we got Exospeed, Franklin, and Pat all together.
Yeah, this is going to be a tight battle. Currently on board with Exo. He's right behind Pat. And Pat's right behind Franklin. All separated by 1 second.
Right behind Lantern.
Oh, Exo's getting by Patty on the inside. It was dicey. He had no traction, but he got through. Oh, hold a second.
A little sideways, though.
Patty's fighting back. Patty's not willing to give it up. Ooh, look at that slide in the braking zone. That is confidence. Also, what's his brake bias? Now, I'm just watching that Porsche under traction. It is wild that he's able to keep it on track, because he's fishtailing out of every... Look at that drift! Dude was playing Tokyo Drift Simulator.
Seb currently in P1 in the GT3 class. His teammate all the way down in P10 in the hypercar class.
Yeah, not a good start for TV.
Yeah.
Theodore.
Yeah, but don't worry. Once old Slater gets locked in, he's good to go.
That is
Once
true.
he figures out this car, he's going to be quick. To be fair, for him though, it's actually like the perfect time to learn. A new car, he's got to learn how to drive with a new rig. Once he figures both out, he might be dangerous on this grid.
If he can get his F1 pace in this game, that class is in for a strong season.
A rude awakening when Slater locks in. Once Vaughn locks in, it might be bad.
Yeah. Oh, hold a second. We got Franklin potentially making a move on Lantern here. Clutch plays. Okay, definitely going to try to get in some races with y'all. Looks fun. Yeah, this is a great place to race. There is a trial to get on track, because we don't just let any hooligans on track. We've done that before, and that was disastrous. So yeah, just fill out the driver application, and someone will get back to you ASAP. Okay, at the top of the grid, we got Morgan. He's coming up on CMS. Not what CMS wants. CMS would have wanted a stronger race than this, although CMS was pretty strong in the nighttime, so potentially he might be able to claw back some time once he gets dialed in these dark conditions. But Morgan, hunting them down.
But I am going to say this also. The headlights of that BMW hypercar is absolutely stunning. It is absolutely stunning to see that.
Ah, they're all right.
Morgan he's not trying to play around. What I mean by the headlights is that little like in the front bumper lighting up as well. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous to me. But CMS and Morgan making their way to the back of this hypercar, this GT3 class.
Oh, but Morgan gets the jump. He found a better way through. Look at that.
Oh, CMS is upset about that one.
Yeah, CMS took a real poor line there. Morgan took the outside and got through very clean. And that's the thing when we race in multi-class. Being able to drive fast is one thing. Being able to make smart passes so you're losing less time, that's key. That's what's going to win your races, time again.
100%.
Ooh, we got Franklin here, closing that gap down to Lantern. Oh, it's just growing now that I switched to him. It was down to 3/10. So it looks like Lantern definitely has a straight line advantage, because on the straightaway, he is pulling.
I think Lantern's only made one stop as well compared to the cars behind him already on their second.
You know, I can check that right now. Pits. Lantern is on one stop. Everyone in GT2, or sorry, 3 is on one stop, except for Trooper, who's on 2.
Trooper's on 2. I thought Pat made 2 stops.
Nope, Pat is on one stop.
Well, then well done for Lantern, because at one point he was all the way down to P5. Now he's up in the P2.
Yeah, he's doing fantastic.
He's got the orange of frickin' behind him.
Yeah,
Franklin, I mean. Whatever his name is.
I think it's Frickin.
Fricklin?
I think it's Frickin.
Is it?
It's
Frickin. Yeah,
Frickin.
Fricklin this whole time.
I think it's Franklin a couple times.
He goes by multiple names in LDR, boys.
Yeah, we'll just call him FA.
On race number 1.
Or Fadge.
Yeah. Or we could just say AJ.
That too. That too.
He literally says freaking AJ.
Yeah, it's probably his name.
Not gonna lie, it's a great race so far watching all these GT3 and hypercars race, but I'm ready for the Formula 1 action.
Oh, can't wait for Formula 1 to come back. We're only, what, 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away? Ooh.
Yep.
Frickin'.
Oh! Off wide and Lantern has clean air. I just want to say this. Is Lantern catching Seb?
You know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch the Delta. Right now it's 4.8. Let's check in about a minute or two, see what that is. But the gap between CMS and Mango is growing. But that gap between Mango and Chaser has quadrupled since the last time I checked it. They're up to 8 seconds now. That is wild. Chaser is taking command of this race. And is anyone surprised that Chaser also a new driver? What's up with new drivers coming to this league? I kind of want to leave the league and come back.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to leave and come back so you're the new driver again, so you can start winning races. Because that is wild.
Nah, but last year in F1, nobody won on day. A veteran driver, I would say, won on debut in Tier 2 at old Canada.
Yeah. He did get his first league race win at his home track, which is beauty.
It was rigged, chat. Just to let you know that race was rigged.
He
rigged it perfectly.
No, there's no rigging. I do remember him getting the game on pre-order so he can get it early, and then he practiced that one track for like 18 hours a day.
Yeah. But let's just say, one lap later, that gap from Lantern to Seb has went from 4.8 to 4.5. So slowly but surely, he's making his way.
Yeah, he's definitely getting closer. Definitely showing his pace here. CMS's gap to Morgan staying pretty consistent right now. Red Rum and Mango seems to be consistent again too. I think people are just starting to dial in or get comfortable in their pace. Colorocco is left.
Oh,
Ooh.
In the gravel.
Who's that?
Lantern gets passed by frickin'. His Lantern goes into the gravel.
That's unfortunate. Lantern was doing so
as
well
he
there.
was catching the leader.
Yeah, sometimes when you push too hard, they make silly mistakes. Sorry, Clutch plays. He's on controller too. Who's on controller? And also, thank you for the follow. Super appreciate it.
Not very many battles on track right now. Everybody's pretty spread out.
Yeah. Chaser's on controller. Interesting. I wonder if controller is the same as F1, where they get a little bit of a traction advantage, which would be a huge gain here in the wet. I don't know Mango, he's new. I don't know Red Rum, he's new. I don't know Morgan, he's new. But I know CMS, Big Ed, Doc, Cam, TV, and Knockoff are all on his wheel. Rich is on wheel. Lantern is on wheel. Wait, is Lantern on wheel?
Yeah, Lantern is on a Moza.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he just got that new Moza. Sorry, yeah. Exo, Patty, Salty, and Trooper are all on wheel. All right, hold on a second. The gap between Red Rum and Mango's closed down a little bit. He's gained about 1.5 seconds in that last lap. So I don't know if Mango made a mistake, which I think he did because his gap is also 2 seconds larger between himself and Chaser. J-Dub says Exo is on controller.
So when it comes to this game, I read a couple things about this game before we started our Forza series on here. I'm 100% sure this game was made for controller players. Like, it was made around the controller player because they wanted to make technically a simcade that's more, what's the best word for it? More better for the controller player than the video player.
Yeah, they wanted to make a game that was easily accessible. They didn't want something that was too simmy so that people on controller had a hard time, which just makes sense. This game isn't exactly perfect with the physics department. Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. So I just saw that Exo's in the pits, so Patty inherited P4. Knockoff LZ's in the pits as well. Ooh, what happened there? Is Chaser in the pits or did he have a mistake?
He must have a mistake because I'm seeing a lot of dirt on his car.
He's down to P4. Hold on a second. Let me double check. Did he pit and we missed it? He did pit. Chaser was in the pits. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. So Chaser losing the lead due to a pit stop, but he's only 0.4 of a second behind Morgan. Already giving him the beans on fresh tires, which makes sense. He's going to have tons of grip. Not necessarily heat, but tons of grip. The gap between Mango and Red Rum is down to 17 seconds. So I'm not sure if Mango made a mistake, but he's in the pits. So Red Rum has steadily been catching him. We're at the halfway mark in the race now. We're at lap 27 of 54. So this is definitely a good time to start making headroads to the front if you have the ability to.
Yep.
Big Ed Dog now in the pits as well. So Cam, Big Ed Dog, TV, and Knockoff are all off the lead lap.
Mango is now exiting the pit, so Red Rum will inherit the lead with Chaser behind. CMS also making his way into the pits.
Yeah, probably a smart move. Seems like a good time to pit. A lot of these cars are sliding. I'm not sure if it's raining heavy. It's kind of hard to see in the nighttime here. Chaser trying to find his way through these GT3 cars.
Red Rum only 7/10 back off of Chaser.
Let's take a watch. And then Morgan's only half a second behind him, so these three are going to be battling it out.
It's going to be a good fight. But they do have the lap traffic of Cam.
Is Cam going to make it easy for them? Probably not. Ooh, Red Rum's coming in the pits.
I think that's smart.
All right, so Chaser's got the lead over Red Rum by 4.6 seconds, followed by Morgan, who's 1 point. Nope, he's in the pits too. All right.
With Bucks.
So Chaser is now going to be hunted down by Mango, whose gap is down to 12 seconds. Is that right?
Yeah.
Something seems wrong there. CMS just fresh into the pit stop. P5 now. Quite the gap between him and the cars up front, but that time will drop significantly once he gets closer to the pits. He is on the front straight
now.
Yeah, the cars are just coming to the pits. He's gaining a huge amount of time. Not going to catch them, but he dropped that 40 seconds down to 7 seconds. Not bad. That'll help. Oh, 6 seconds. That time keeps dropping. 5.6. And it looks like he's going to hold steady above 5.6 for now. All right, so right now we got Chase leading the pack, followed by Mango, then Red Rum, Morgan, CMS, Cam, Big Ed Dog, TV, and Knockoff with Coloroco as a DNF. And then in Class 2, we got Rich, Frickin', Lantern, Patty, Exo, Salty, and Troop.
Well, Lantern is making a stop as of now.
That he is. So he will drop down to P4. Exo's too far back to take the position away from him. So that's not bad. P4 on track. The gap between Chaser and Mango still slowly growing.
EXO is on the front straight though, and Lantern is just now leaving the pits. He's going to gain a little bit of time through that.
Yeah, right on board Lantern. That green portion.
Hold on a second. Here we go. Morgan 2/10 off of Red Rum.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is the battle we want to see. They're both losing traction on that corner, but none of them want to get off the throttle. That's beautiful.
They said they're not lifting their foot until they see the checkered flag or God.
And Morgan pays the price. Oh, almost gets taken out by Red Rum.
That's to be honest, that's huge news for CMS and him going off. CMS was 4 seconds down. Now he's only 1.7.
Yeah, this is good for him. Bad for Morgan. Morgan's really going to be kicking himself there. I know he wanted to make that pass, but sometimes it's better to lift and survive another day than to be off track with that. I made that mistake one too many times.
Oh, I did that a lot. Barcelona, I took my team with me while doing it.
Where was that?
I said at Barcelona, I took
yeah.
my teammate with me while I did it.
Yeah, I remember that.
I blame my teammates. It's my teammates' fault.
Of course. You know, I was driving way too close behind you. I was tailgating. I mean, that was just irresponsible.
Imagine I brake check you. Like, get off.
Oh, bro, give me some room.
Back off.
All right, so right now we have Mango's gap to Chaser growing still, up to 15 seconds. The gap between Mango and Red Rum also growing, up to 24 seconds. Morgan is slowly closing that gap back to Red Rum, but it's at 5.8 seconds now, or 5.6 as we speak. The gap between CMS and Morgan also growing, while Morgan does a little drift there. I think he was watching Tokyo Drift before the race today, because, oh, look at that slide! Gangsta!
Pat and frickin' both in the pits.
Ooh, Rich in up to P2. He'll take the lead, I assume. Yep, friggin' is just getting out of the pits now.
But in that case, with frickin' only being 2 seconds off of Seb now on fresh tires, could that make the difference?
Very well could. In terms of pit stops, I think they're on the same amount at this point. Yeah, they're both on 2 stops. So it's fair play. Crazy that Lantern comes back to the league, joins his first GT race, has a rocky start, but he could finish on the podium here today.
Yeah. Love to chat to him about it after.
Yeah.
So here's my thing though. Lantern did make a earlier stop than frickin', and he made an earlier stop, than frickin' and Seb. And frickin' makes the late stop, so can he push these tires 21 more laps?
I'm not sure, but really he doesn't have to worry about them. He needs to worry about EXO behind them, because that's who he's fighting with, right? If he's just looking to close out the podium, don't worry about the cars in front, just worry about the car behind. And in terms of pit strategy for the car behind, I believe they are both on 2 stops, and EXO did pit after Lantern, so he does have fresher tires, so he could go a little longer in the race. But let's be honest, these GT3 cars, they're all gonna have to make at least one more stop for the end of the race.
See, I personally, I don't know, because if Lantern and frickin' both come in with if Lantern and Seb both have to come in for another stop, frickin' would have around a 24-second gap between them. So if he can push those tires just like a couple extra laps after their stops, he could be the winner.
But it's only 34 laps in the race, and they've already done 2 stops. So let's assume that they stopped on lap 34, which they didn't. That means they would have went 17 laps on those tires. Now they have to do another 20 without stopping? Nah,
True.
way.
You're big brain, I'm not. But But what I was saying, freaking was 2 seconds behind. Now he is 1.4 behind Seb, so he is coming. He is on the chase.
He's coming. Let's ride on board frickin' see what he's doing on track. Now he can clearly see Rich.
I literally almost said frickin's almost in DRS range, but we are not racing that. We are not racing that.
No F1. It's going to be crazy to think that DRS is going next year. It's going to be Mom. Well, sorry, what's it called now? It's not Mom anymore.
It's something Arrow.
Either way, DRS was a huge part of F1. It's going to be gone now, and I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, same. Well, what I'm excited for, while we just watched these drivers do a couple laps. Active Arrow, that's what it's called.
Oh yes, Active Arrow. Yeah, you can open up anywhere on the track, which is nice, and it's going to be very strategic, especially for people confident using certain corners. But it's not the same.
Yeah, true. But I'm excited on, since F1 26 is not coming, we're just getting a DLC, how they are going to add that into the game where we could use that in a good way in league races.
Ooh, that was deep. He couldn't hold it, but that would have been past the race.
Back.
Yeah, that would have been past the race though if he was able to hold on to that, because that came from far back.
They call him Daniel Ricciardo.
Lay it on the brakes.
But that one pass is still... He's still going to easily get Seb out here.
Yeah,
like
Seb,
easily going to get Seb.
Yeah, he's got the pace. He doesn't need to force it. He just got to make a smart move here so he doesn't end up making a mistake and potentially getting himself off track. No point in pushing it because, as we can see with the deltas, he's got him. It's not a question of if, it's a question of where.
Yeah.
I already said it in the stream, but
this is going to be a good battle.
Yeah, it is. Big balls for racing this close in the nighttime. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, in the rain as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy work.
I'd do it.
I'd do it, but very poorly.
I'll do it. Yeah. I'm gonna do it, but someone's going off with me.
Oh man.
To be fair though, well done for these boys last race. Last race we had no tickets, I believe.
Yeah, and you know too, it's one of those things. Says anyone who's watched NASCAR knows that when you get into a stock car or a GT car or a road car, there's a little bit more bumping and rubbing than you would have in open wheel racing. And even though these boys are doing very minimal bumping and rubbing, they're keeping hella clean out here. I will have to say though, I'm not trying to discredit these guys by any means. These races, the competition isn't as close as we typically have it in our F1 side of things. So having the gaps is a lot easier to keep it clean, but they're still doing a hell of a job. Making the job for the stewards real easy. Mango coming through. Mango's gap between Chaser up to 16 seconds. It was at 8 before, so Chaser's just pulling him out.
Yeah, this race, our little hypercar class is not giving us a show like last race, but our GT3s are giving us a show.
Yeah. Frickin' is making DTB work for it.
Yeah, but their small little battles that they've been having is slowly been pulling Lantern right back into it, slowly.
That's true.
Two laps ago, the gap was down to 7 seconds. Now it's 5.
Yep.
5.4.
Wait, who's in front of them? Who's holding them up?
That is Pat.
Patrick. A lap down in his class. Oh no, Salty.
That is not Pat.
Salty. Pat's the next car. Yeah.
I just saw the gray, and I know Pat's got the gray.
Yeah.
Got the gray thing going.
Salty not making it easy in that Ford Mustang. Well, for a second, I thought he was going to clip the rear end of Frickin'.
See, Salty, lock in, buddy. You're not doing the American muscle proud. Lock in.
But I mean, it's a little bit wild to think that a Mustang should be able to compete with an Audi R8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know these are race cars, but like in real life, if I saw a Audi R8, an Aston Martin, and a Mustang at a red light, and I'm thinking who's gonna win this drag race, I'm never gonna say the Mustang.
In a drag race, I don't know.
I know Mustangs are great in a straight line, but if you have like an Audi R8, unless you got like the dark horse Mustang,
Yeah.
a dark horse Mustang, okay, then that's gonna give it the beans. But just a standard, like, what's the fastest Mustang you buy that most people drive around these days?
The one that's automatic.
Yeah, right there is the problem.
The one that's automatic.
I got a 7-speed Tiptronic transmission in my Mustang.
Yeah. Well, you guys are going from first, second to third. I'm pulling that thing back to D, and I'm going.
Oh man, it doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel the same. But now the night is over. It looks like we're getting some daylight here, so this should make the race a little bit more interesting. People are going to see, oh, what's going on with Salty? He looks like he's spinning.
It was just like something that just happened on the side. Reminded me of some Lance Stroll racing.
Oh jeez, let's not talk about Lance Stroll.
That's the pride. That's your guys' pride and joy.
No, our pride and joy was Jacques Villeneuve.
No, we had a conversation about this last night. Listen, let me tell you a little joke that was wild. Imagine, because as you know, the Winter Olympics are about to start. Imagine during the Summer Olympics they added like open wheel motorsport.
Oh man, and our countryman would be Lance Stroll. Are you kidding me?
But you would have to have two drivers, so you're going out there with Nicholas Latifi and Lance Stroll ready to put a shift in.
Honestly, no. We'd bring up someone from like GT or something.
Yeah, and the Team USA, we're going with Logan Sargent and Colton Herta.
I mean, I don't.
The shift. Oh, we'll freaking smash Seb.
Yeah, but Seb's going back on the inside.
Oh boy, they're racing.
Yeah, that's wild. They're put on a show.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to see this race come down to the wire with these two, and I don't know which one I want to win. I mean, Rich has been in this league for quite a while. He's been doing the F1 thing for a minute. And then we have Frickin', who's a brand new driver, so it's kind of like the rite of passage that because he's new, he gets the win. But, like, for Seb, nothing will ever stand out for me more. Oh, hold on a second. We got a pass here. He breaks early. Will he keep it this time? He's a little bit more smooth. Rich is trying to do a switch back. Oh, my God. I thought you had it for a second there. Let's see if Frickin' can hold the lead. But as I'll say, nothing stands out more for Rich. Oh my God, Rich is off track. They're both off track. Oh my God.
Lantern, go, buddy, go.
Let's switch to Lantern and see what kind of view he's got. Lantern's just appearing on the scene now. He's got a 2-second gap to Rich. Oh my God.
How did that happen?
I think they both knew the corner was coming up, and Frickin' was thinking that Rich would make a late move, which he did. But Rich went deeper than Frickin', sorry. And yeah, they just both went off track.
But Lantern gets past Seb.
Wow. This feels... So, I was just trying to say, the moment that stands out most for me with Seb is in F1, Singapore. Remember you made that ridiculous last late pit stop? And we're like, what do you do? And he gave it the lead, and he's like, watch this. And then he spins.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he spins. Legendary moment.
Oh my God, this feels the same. He had the lead, and he's like, I got this. Wait, no, okay, now I'm back to P3.
Well, at the time, we did have a driver in the league that eventually was no longer in the league after a couple of races with us, and it fortunately might have been a little bit of his fault.
Maybe. But still, that was a great race. Just like this.
I'm not going to lie, that might have been one of the greatest races in LDR history.
I think it was. For a last lap madness or last end of race madness, that was fantastic.
Besides Season 6 Baku, that might have been the greatest. Season 6 Tier 2 Baku, that might have been the greatest race in LDR history.
I wonder why you say that.
Yeah. Showed up, was locked in, was dialed.
Won the championship.
Yeah.
All right. So
Not just me won the championship. We won the championship.
True. Ferrari got constructors. You got the drivers. Great race all round.
We'll do it again.
Seb says, I got damage. Where'd you get damage from? Wait. See, this is what I don't get. He does this all the time. How are you talking if you're driving? Oh, he's in the pits.
Well, he's in the pits, yeah. Yeah.
Because let's be real.
So on F1, he'd be in the middle of Monaco, hitting hairpins and doing everything, just texting and driving.
Yeah, like it's wild. All right, so Seb is in the pits for his final stop of the race. Now, I said before, I did think that everyone else would have to make another pit stop. I do suspect that even though the laps are counted down, there's only 11 laps left, that freaking will probably have to make a stop. I can't see the tires lasting any longer than this. Same with Lantern, same with Patty. They all got to make stops. Salty's on 2 stops as well. I see that all going up to 3. So we got to see how that's going to play out. I do think freaking has a big enough lead that as long as he keeps it on track with the pit stop, he's going to get the lead. Lantern coming in the pits, just as expected.
Sorry to interrupt. But Morgan, 2/10 off behind CMS in our hypercar class. Here's a battle.
And Chaser's right there too. Oh, Chaser's lapping them?
Yeah.
Jesus. That pace is wild. Oh, CMS is pushing Chaser wide. Does he know he's not racing him? Does he think it's Morgan?
The Canadian Minister of Defense.
Oh my God. I don't think CMS knew that was him, or I don't think he would have pushed him wide.
Yeah, I don't think he knew.
Ooh, Morgan up the inside.
I think he just saw the green and just
defended.
Yeah.
Ooh, CMS down to P5.
CMS winning the last race and now being P5. Listen here, CMS, you have lost the speed, buddy. You are dust. You are dust, my friend.
Oh, man.
Oh! It's shadow and shake.
You almost lost it there.
There we go, hypercars. Give us a battle. We've been watching GT3 this whole time. You guys have been non-existent since lap 4.
Yeah, these guys are boring. Chaser out front just dominating the field. Like, this guy has no chill. Mango, the gap is kind of going back and forth. I don't think Mango's going anywhere at this point. He's got P2 locked in. Red Rum's got P3 locked in. I'm not even sure how the points work out with this, to be honest with you. If Red Rum finishes P3 and CMS finishes P5, I think Red Rum inherits the championship lead, but I'm not 100% sure. CMS gets back by Morgan.
Woo! That's a good drive, too.
Yeah, CMS isn't playing around.
Morgan lost traction out of the corner, and CMS just said, "Thank you, buddy. I have traction through here."
Yeah, I would have sworn I heard the engine cut out a little bit because he had ERS, but that's not Formula One.
Imagine hypercars with ERS, though.
That'd be insane. Ooh, I think Morgan needs to hit the pits. He's got no rear traction. What's his pit situation like? Morgan has had 3 stops, so he should be good. But out of the corners, he's just tank slapping like a mug.
Yeah.
All right, so Frickin' is in the lead with a 29-second gap over Patty. Was I wrong? Are they going to go to the end of the race?
I told you.
They're wet tires, though. There's not different compounds for wet, right?
No, just wet.
Yeah, like how? Maybe their previous pit stops were less tire related and more fuel related.
Hear me out. We're gonna, as we know, chat, Nerdy is a very creative man. So he's actually in the process of creating a game right now so we can do our hypercar in Formula One multi-class racing. Get ready for a race of the season.
Whoa. Don't let them know, man.
Imagine them.
That'd be crazy.
Formula One and hypercars.
On the same track. I'd watch that.
Oh, I would too. Those poor F1 cars, they'd be...
Oh my God! CMS closes the door on Morgan!
like how we both just went, oh, at the same time. Boys, we're dialed in. We're locked.
Oh, man. Morgan's not going to like that.
No, he will not.
You know what this game needs? Replay. Like instant replay. You hit a button, what you were just watching happens again from another angle or something. Wait, who's in the pits?
Yeah, somebody needs...
Oh, Cam. Sorry.
Yeah, somebody needs to dial in and just look at what iRacing does and give us that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Frickin's in the pits!
Oh.
Right on board, Patty.
Pat's in too.
Oh my god! No way! Lantern! Is Lantern getting Pete? Hold on a second. Pits. Lantern's already unstopped. Oh my god, can Lantern get P2?
Can Lantern get P1?
Where's Frickin'? Oh my god! Okay, we're riding with Lantern right now. Where's Frickin'? Frickin's 2 seconds down the road.
2 seconds? I don't think he's got him within 2 seconds. Especially with this traffic. It's traffic from Trooper.
Holy. Where did Lantern start? Lantern started like P5, didn't he?
Yeah. If Lantern didn't go into the gravel earlier in the race, he'd be leading right now.
100%. Oh, you know what? I forgot. These guys aren't in the same car on the same lap as hypercars. They're probably on lap like 44.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. But still, Lantern, 1.8 seconds. He's gaining on Frickin'. It paid to stop early for Lantern. He's just reeling him in now.
Yeah, but I feel like once Frickin' gets those wet tires up to temp, could be dangerous.
That is true.
Well, push, Tommy, push. Actually, I wouldn't say push because I don't know what your tires are looking like.
Yeah, because he's got the oldest tires of the top 4, I believe, by a long shot. All right, so in Hypercar, we got Chase leading Mango, leading Red Rum. That's going to be our podium. Those gaps look unattainable. Even if Red Rum were to go into pits right now, I think he still has a sizable gap to CMS behind him, so he's good there. And then in GT, we have Frickin' with a 1.7 second lead over Lantern. They are both hopefully fueled up to the end of the race. I know their tires are good to the end of the race. Rich in P3, not looking to make any ground. He went into the pit, so any damage he had should have been repaired, so any of his previous pace should have been restored, but right now it seems like he's got nothing. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like P3 is the best he's getting here today. Exo Speed in P4, followed by Patty, and then Salty and Trooper, who are both a lap off the pace.
Lantern reeling him in, 1.3.
Ooh, that gap is dropping faster than a drunk girl's panties.
Lantern down to 1.1. That car has a lot of straight line speed. It seems like that front straightaway is becoming a real good friend of his.
Who knew the Beamer would have the straight line speed?
Yeah.
Like, I know these cars are built to spec, but again, in real life, you got an M4 versus an Audi R8. Which one you banking on? All right. 1.2 seconds. He gained another 10th. Can he get a distant toe off of Teddy? Oh, he makes contact with Teddy. They're still bumping. No, Lantern! Lantern!
I don't think that was his fault. I think Teddy pushed him off.
It's hard because I think mid-corner, initially Lantern turned into Teddy, and then Teddy pushed back. He's like, fuck you.
No, that was our race.
But now he's got a 2-second gap to Rich. Can Rich close that gap? That's got to be heartbreak right there. Knowing that you're 1 second away from potentially winning the race, just 7 seconds back being chased by P3, that's gut-wrenching. Red Rum has now been added to the list of people on the lead lap. Chaser putting on an absolute clinic here today in his first race for LDR Forza Racing. He comes in out of nowhere, off the streets probably, he's probably homeless, comes into this race and just dominates to the point where there's only 2 cars on the lead lap. But now we have Lantern losing traction off track again. He's pushing so hard. He's trying to get back to the front as hard as he can. Seb saying he might run out of fuel by the end of the race. Oh my God. Oh my God. Once again, he's in the car and type it in chat. No one else does that.
Yeah.
This guy he's a legend.
Simply lovely from Seb.
Red Rum coming through. They call it Red Rum. Let's ride aboard Chaser for a second here. He needs some airtime. He's put on an absolute stinking ride. Now, we talked about this earlier today. Cam talked a lot of smack about the Lambo being the best car on the grid. Now we have Chaser here in the Lambo potentially proving that is factual. Dude has a 20-second gap over the closest car to him, who just happens to be a caddy. Or no, it's a Porsche. He's driving a Porsche. And
let's just say he's lapped every single one of those cars besides that Porsche.
yeah,
He's lapped every hypercar besides one.
that's a feat. And Big Ed Dog, Cam, and Teddy, 3 laps down, knock off 4 laps down. Like, that's an absolute drive. Seb says it's my signature move. What can I say? But that is just an absolute drive. That's just, he came in, he's made his point, and now he's got a mark on his head. People are gonna be looking for him next race. Might not be so kind. Might not let him through that so easily. Gonna be a little bit more defensive because they know once he gets in front, he's gone. Like, I honestly thought
he put on an absolute drive today.
100%. I honestly thought the race winner in the early stages was going to be Mango.
Same.
Mango was doing a phenomenal drive. Mango was still doing a phenomenal drive. But the fact that Chase came here and then put an even better drive is just astounding.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a wet weather merchant, or maybe he's just as quick.
In the gravel again.
No Lantern. Did Rich get through? No.
And Seb
He
through.
did. He did, yep. Now, Lantern might be able to get Rich back if he keeps it on track. Rich did say he might run out of fuel, so he might be having to lift and coast a little bit more than he would normally like to, which will give Lantern a little bit of advantage, especially in every single braking zone. But I think P2 is the best that he can hope for. Not a bad finishing, though.
Yeah.
Cam is in the pits, down to P8. Wow, who pits on the last lap?
I think he took damage. Because I did see him off track.
I still would have just finished
And
that last
Lantern
lap,
gets
though,
by Seb.
which was kind of expected. Seb's probably lifting coast, like I said. He's saving that fuel. So it is now.
But Seb's teammate going from P10 all the way up to P6 and Teddy Vaughn, so you might have figured the rig and the car out a little bit.
Yeah. It is lap 54. Chaser has only got a couple more corners to go. He came here today to prove a point, and I think every single one of us sees the point that he's made. He's not here to mess around. He's not here to sit in the background and watch other people relish in victory and make beautiful passes. No, that's his job. I would like to announce Chaser X90V as a first-time winner here at LDR at Grand Oaks. Congratulations on the phenomenal drive as he crosses the line. P1! That's how we do.
He's done it. He's done it.
Raskin Mango, P2. Probably not the drive he wanted, but still a phenomenal drive nonetheless. Drifting through that last corner, putting on a show as he does a 360 cross the line in style. Raz King Mango P2. Oh, it's like, who's CMS fighting right now? CMS and Morgan are back at it.
Oh, here we go.
And
on
this,
the last lap.
yeah.
Oh, they made contact.
Again. They just can't stop touching each other. Oh, CMS up the inside. He gets the drive. Can CMS hold on? He's only got 3 more corners. Well, technically 4, sorry. He's got this tight left-hander. Then he's got an even tighter right-hander. Morgan's on the curbs. Will CMS block the inside? He does. He breaks in the middle of the track. Very wise. He gets a decent drive into the corner. Morgan is right there, though. Now they're going through the carousel. This long left-hander. And now just a sweeping left-hander to the front of the grid.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
CMS holds out, barring a 360 spin across the line here for P4. Morgan P5. Well-fought battle by these guys. We got Theodore crossing the line in P6. Oh, wait, no, he gets to keep running because he's 3 laps down. I keep forgetting it's not like F1. Freaking though.
I thought that was going to happen as well.
Freaking though. Doing a great job leading this race here. He's got a 9-second lead over Lantern, who's got a 3-second lead over Rich. Patty up to P4 after passing Exo, who's hit the pits. Probably got some late race damage. Or maybe he poorly decided about fuel strategy. Not sure which one it is. Either way, if Patty doesn't have to make another stop here, this is going to secure P4 for him. Oh, hold on a second. CMS actually finishes P5. He had penalties.
Oh.
That battle on track was just for show. For show. Hold on a second. Penalties.
Yeah, but what lap were the GT3s on?
I don't even know. Okay, hold on a second. Time, changes, penalties. Yeah, I don't know. One second. So we can do it this way. Nope, doesn't tell me his lap. Oh, hold on a second. Let me go to frickin'. No.
CMS had 3.4 seconds of penalties.
That's
wow.
Rough. That's rough.
I just want to say, Chaser winning the race, moving up 8 positions.
That's the dream. Make a mistake in qualifying, and then make every single person on track pay for it.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure how to figure out what lap these guys are on.
Yeah.
Hello, I got told to join the podium interview.
Big Ed Dog crosses the line, P7.
Yeah, we might be here for a while, Nerdy, because I have clue what lap the GT3s are on.
I'm going to assume they're about 8 laps behind. But even still, I'm not entirely sure when they will finish the race.
Yeah.
Gotta say, these game's kind of trash for not being able to have this information readily available. Like, how is it dumb enough that you can't display the driver's current lap?
Yeah.
But beautiful race all the way through. Chaser put on an absolute clinic. Great battle between Morgan and CMS. Teddy Vaughn and CMS had some interesting moments there. What was it? Teddy Vaughn and Lantern had some interesting moments there.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what happened to Pat. I'm not sure if there's contact, got off track, or the case may be, but he really fell down the order there. We can see Chaser and Mango up 8 positions in the race. Frickin' up 5 positions in his race. Not much going on in GT right now, unfortunately. These guys are all pretty well spread out. Right on board with Salty, who's being chased down by Cam, whose race is technically... Oh. Cam's AI just completely drove into the back of Salty. Awesome. That's fantastic.
See, yeah, that might be a problem.
That's definitely a problem.
All right, I will be right back.
10-4, 10-4. Well, you know, I just thought of, because I'm a tool, we could probably pull up Patty's stream and see what lap he's on. Patty is on the last lap. This is the last lap of the race then. Where is... All right, Frickin'. He's got 2 more corners to go. First race in LDR. And in LDR fashion, the newbie wins on debut. I want to take a second here to congratulate Frickin' on a phenomenal drive. He came here to put on a show, and a show he gave us. Coming around the last corner, he is a first-time race winner here at LDR, winning at the Grand Oaks. Lantern, heartbreaking. He had a great opportunity to finish on the podium, or sorry, to win the race. He got a little kerfuffle. But P2 is not a bad way to finish on his first race back as he drives into the back of a hypercar. He comes home P2. Rich and Patty battling at last second. Rich is out of fuel. Patty steals P3 at the last absolute second. Rich hobbling across the line. Is he in the pits? So I was able to realize I could pull up Pat's stream to find out the lap they're on. Don't know, I didn't think of it before. But anyways, EXO crosses the line. All we have left is Salty and Trooper. Salty is 2 corners away from the finish line. We got some cars stopped on track, which is not ideal.
Yeah.
Hypercars turned into pylons.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's definitely some contact in the background there. Not good. Something we'll have to discuss after the race, but either way, Salty crosses the finish line and still has 1 more lap to go because he's a lap down. Completely forgot. Salty and Trooper, the last ones on track. Don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think it is time to start doing the podium interviews for our top 3 finishers in Hypercar. We have Chaser, Mango, and Red Rum. Of those guys, we have who in the box?
All of us.
All right, let's start off with our P3 driver, Red Rum. I'm not going to lie. From the moment this race started, you had great pace. You seemed to have great control of the car. I thought you were going to finish in the podium, and you delivered. You drove a fantastic race. How do you feel about the race from your perspective, though?
It was pretty good. The car felt a bit, well, I told you last race that it was understeery, and with the rain it was multiplied by 2, so it's it was quite hard to maintain on track and just to do the laps under the rain. Still happy with the finish. I knew that the 2 guys will be quite fast. To be lapped though is a bit underwhelming, I would say, for this car and me, and I would like probably the next race will be much more suited for the caddy, as it's I was seeing that on the top speed I was there, but on the corners I think that it's Morgan that hit me because my braking point was so different than the other guys that yeah, that's but I have no errors, so yeah, I think I was able to manage to get P3. Still pretty good, pretty decent result.
Oh, definitely. That is 100% a great drive. Honestly, great show from you. Sorry that your car is so finicky. Maybe we might be getting a mid-season switch, but otherwise, fantastic drive. Congratulations.
Thank you.
C-Reich, anything you want to ask him?
No, fantastic drive. I predicted you to win, but unfortunate circumstances this race. You look dialed though. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Mango. I'm gonna say it first off here. I thought this race win was yours. The first couple laps there, you were put on a great show. You had the pace, you had the control. You did not seem bothered by the wet by any means. Mid-race, things changed around. Chaser came out of nowhere and gave a run for your money, but still P2, you can't be upset about that in your first race for LDR racing. Walk us through your race.
I don't know. I didn't. It was alright.
Just all right. Have any difficulties? Was the car handling well in the wet?
No, it's quite bad, to be honest.
Yeah. You did look like you had a little bit of oversteer coming to a lot of these corners.
Yeah. That is, yeah. I did have some bad oversteer.
Fair enough. Are you happy with the P2? Hoping for more? Happy just to bring the car home?
Yeah, P2 is pretty alright.
Yeah. And how do you feel about the next race coming up?
What track is it?
You know, actually, that's a good question. I forgot. It is...
Yeah.
I think it's Marina.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, it's Marina.
Yeah, it's alright. It should be probably better for me. I really don't like Grand Oak.
No, that's fair enough. A lot of people don't like Grand Oaks. Is Yas Marina a track you're more familiar with, or just a track you just drive with better?
It's just a track I enjoy more. I don't know if I'm better at it, really.
Okay, well, fair enough. Well, honestly, good luck. Great race today, and I hope to see you on the podium again in Yas.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem at all. Chaser, an absolute clinic you put on today. Coming from P8 on the grid, I believe, finishing P1, lapping every single person on track except for Mango. That's got to be a drive you got to be proud of. Walk us through your race.
Well, I forgot to qualify, which obviously left me in suboptimal starting position. There was a few easy overtakes in turn 1 and 2, and then just pick everyone off. And I knew I'd get Mango because I own him.
The confidence, I love it. Clearly, you guys have history.
Yeah, we've played the game quite a lot, and I saw the practice times and I know that he was unhappy with his tune, so I thought it'd be comfortable.
Fair enough. Now, did you have any difficult moments in the race?
No, just some exciting moments with traffic, a bit of unpredictability.
Finding the GT3 car is a little bit difficult to pass here, or?
Yeah, and lapping some LMHs as well was fun.
Gotcha. Well, congratulations. In LDR fashion, it's quite common for people to win on their first race. I'm not sure why. It's just a thing that happens here, and you've gone ahead and done it. So congratulations.
Thank you.
C-Rec, anything you want to add?
No, just fantastic drive. It seemed like once you was in P1, it was just domination from there on out. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now to our G3 drivers. A race finish that I was not expecting. Patty, probably not where you wanted to finish today. I saw you had some struggles early on in the race. You fell quite deep down the order, able to claw your way back. Tell us what happened.
Oh, what a race! What a time to be alive. It started off well with the pole position.
Yep.
First of all, I put that time up right at the beginning too. Like I wasn't too happy with it, but it worked out. I actually changed my tune last night, so I didn't know what I was gonna run. I was not fast in the dry. I was hoping for wet weather, just for variables, and it worked out for me. I got a good, decent start. Yeah, I went from like first at the beginning of the race to fifth, and then kind of stayed there. I kind of got punted by EXO. Real bad. I probably have one of the best overtakes I've ever had in racing, and then he punted me, so I completely spun and went into the wall. So I lost like all my mojo there. So yeah, that wasn't great. And but still happy with the pole. If you told me I was going to be on the podium midway through that race, Nerdy, I'd say you're absolutely crazy. I got punted, then those ghosted hypercars at the end when they finished were freaking me out. I slammed on the brakes about 3 times, and I was catching Sebi. I think he ran out of gas. I passed him on the last corner. He must have ran out of gas. Is that what happened?
He did, yes.
Yeah, well, damn. That sucks. But yeah, no, I put a decent amount of practice, but I didn't have the pace. The car, I don't think is made for that track. I had no straight line speed, but I made it work, came all the way back. When I saw him with like about 4 corners to go, I'm like, what is happening? Did he like slam on the brakes because it was one of the ghosted cars or something? And yeah, then when I passed him on the last corner, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, you really lucked out there, but otherwise, great race. You put on a great show, had a couple great battles that were very interesting to watch. But yeah, this will be great for the team points. You guys need to claw back some of that since your teammate didn't do so hot today.
Yeah, he'll be back in the mix, I'm sure. He's a great driver, so now we'll try and stay at the top.
All right. C-Rec, anything you want to add?
Great drive from you, Pat. I actually predicted you to win, but after I saw a couple issues on the track of you getting punted, so unlucky. Just get it next week in Yas Marina.
Yeah, get back at it. Thanks, buddy.
Lantern, my man. Honestly,
hello.
You were 1 second away from the lead driver. Potentially could have won this race, and then it all fell apart. But I don't think you could be too upset with yourself finishing on the podium, P2 in your first race back in LDR. Walk us through the race, buddy.
So right, let's. I've got a lot to say about this. I did actually race in Spa, but I think I got lapped about 30 times. I finished P9 and walked away feeling like absolute shit. Sorry, crap. I then didn't. Here's the funny thing. Never raced the track. Didn't practice the track. That was the first time I raced that track ever.
Well, finishing P2 at your first time on the track that you're not even familiar with is a fantastic drive, no matter how you look at it.
And but no, I mean, yeah. So I qualified P3, I think, behind EXO and Patty, and from there I knew I had the pace to get a podium. I kind of, on the first lap, seeing Seb run off and me into P2, I was like, okay, Seb's going to win the race. I was like, I accepted that, and I was like, I'm just happy to fight for P2 at this point. Then something happened to Seb, and then it was me versus AJ, like near the end, and what happened was, because of the fact I've never raced around this track before, what happened was, as Vaughn went up the inside of me, I hit into him, but he held his line, which pushed me off into the gravel, which means I had nowhere to go, which meant I just lost everything, and just I got a little bit like, oh fuck, oh damn, right? But in the end, I just was like, you know what, I can get P2 back. I'm gonna finish P2, and I'm gonna gain some really good points.
Well, you did. You got a great drive at the end. You put on a great show. You had us on the edge of our seat for half the race there. So congratulations. I don't think this is a bad drive by any means. See, right?
Could I just say, AJ?
Yeah.
Geez, man, you're quick. I mean, I think I had like 3 laps in a row following behind you where I didn't put a foot wrong, and I think you gained at least 0.5 of a second on me. I was like, so, GG's.
Nice when we see respect between drivers. See, Reich, anything else you want to add?
I thought you had it. I thought you had it because there was one point where you were, before you and Vaughn's situation happened, like earlier in the race, you were like 1.2 seconds behind the lead driver, and then you just went off into the gravel, and I was like, oh no, he had it. But P2,
Yeah,
great drive.
Listen, I even went down to second to last in this race. I went down to second to last after 10 laps. And I managed to fight my way back to P2, so I'll take it.
Yeah, great drive. No complaints from us. Put on a great show. But now, we need to talk to our race winner, frickin' AJ. That was a phenomenal drive. You got that lead. You ran off with it. You did not look back. You gave your middle finger to the grid and said, this race is my bitch. Congratulations. Tell us about this race.
I think I was mostly beating more people than like most of the GT3 drivers on braking more than anything.
Okay.
I'm like, I would brake a lot later. At least whenever I was near them, I would brake a lot later than anyone else. I would kind of take gambles on certain areas, which sometimes I paid off. I think only a couple of times where it ended up me going wide, but I was just trying to see how far I could push that Audi on his braking, which for the most part it worked well, obviously. And then obviously in terms of out of corner acceleration, the Audi's very good at that, and I was just. Sometimes I took a couple gambles where I would accelerate too early and then would send like too far right or too far left, whichever one. But my only main goal was to just pretty much find a consistent pace. If I can maintain the same lap over, because I'm seeing everyone else kind of just not really be consistent. So I'm like, if I can just find a single pace and just do that over and over again, I think I might have a shot at it. So.
Well, there you go. Put on a fantastic race. I was very excited to see how this turned out. Not what I expected at all. You came up with 5 positions from the back of the grid to make it here to P1. Honestly, amazing show. Congratulations. See, Reich, anything else you want to add?
No, it was a fantastic drive. It was just like I said for our hypercar class. Once you got P1, you were there to the end.
Yeah, for a moment I thought I was like even for pitting, I'm like, I thought Patty was gonna take it away just because I felt like Patty's possibly a better driver than me, and then I don't know what happened. Next thing I know, he was about 30 seconds behind me. I'm like, oh, okay. So I thought either Patty or Lantern were about to win it just because I couldn't find certain areas, and then eventually I passed Lantern. For Patty, I have no idea what happened to Patty.
Yeah, it looks like Patty had some contact there, so I guess he definitely benefited from that, but that's racing sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I do want to say congratulations to all of our podium finishers here today, our 2 race winners, frickin' AJ, as well as, what's his name?
Chaser.
Chaser X90 or Chaser 90X, not sure which order it is. Either way, put on a great show. This has been a great time tonight for me. I'm not sure how you guys felt about watching, but I had a great time here in the box. Our second race with Forza Motorsports has turned out to be an absolute smash, and I can't wait to see Yas Marina next week here Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're watching at home, make sure you come back because we'd love to have you here. Anyways, I'm Nerd Art Chocolate.